Hello and welcome to the Ending Body Burnout Show. We are your hosts, Chris and Philly, co-founders of a multi-award-winning functional medicine practice, serving busy people with energy, mood and gut issues.
While busyness, addictive doing, people-pleasing and perfectionism might be the norm, it's not normal, and it's a major contributor to health issues.
Our goal with this show is to give you a holistic root cause approach to healing your body so that you don't have to continue doctor or diet hopping or popping a gazillion supplements hoping something might stick.
So get ready to heal your body, get your spark back, deeply connect with yourself and step into the life of your dreams.
Let's dive in. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Ending Body Burnout Show. I am so excited to be here today. We have a very special episode. As you notice, obviously, there's no video for this one. We are celebrating two things. First, this is our Philippa and my anniversary today that we're recording this on, the 8th of February 2025. And
how many years have we been married, Chris?
So many years that I have forgotten how many years that is exactly.
17.
No.
Yeah, we've been married 17 years.
Awesome. Just checking to see if you knew. And the second
thing... The real reason we're doing this podcast, we just happened to wake up this morning knowing we were recording this podcast, and then Krista was also like, oh, it's our wedding anniversary today.
But it's also our 100th episode for our podcast, and we thought it would be an awesome opportunity to bring on some very special guests who have been here through it all with us.
Our children.
Hello, guys. We've got Poppy and Elsie here.
Hi.
Hi.
We will come back to you very shortly.
Okay.
So before we dive in with our kids, it is super exciting. So I did a little bit of a Google search around how many podcasts actually last until 100 episodes or continue after 100 episodes. And it was only 4.8% of podcasts reach this milestone achievement. So I thought that was pretty phenomenal, and we wanted to do something really fun and special for the 100th episode. We've had so much fun over the last 2 years bringing you weekly episodes on all things ending body burnout, and we've still got so many ideas dripping out of our brain. Like, I have a list on Google Drive of I don't know how many ideas for podcasts, so expect us to be here for many years to come. And so anyway, I was trying to come up with ideas of what to do for this 100th episode. I had a few topic ideas, and then I thought, maybe we should do a live Zoom podcast party where our listeners, clients, followers could jump on Zoom and we can do like a bit of a party Q&A. And that was pretty exciting. But then I'm like, 100th episode is next week. And we've just come off the back of free launch, our free coaching week, which was pretty intense as well. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to plan that. And then a few days ago, we were driving to St. Helens in the east coast of Tasmania for a little getaway with our kids. And Chris was talking to our children in the back, pretty much having a coaching session. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, 100th episode, we're going to have our kids on the podcast because they have so much wisdom to share. Little gems, and also I think it's going to be lots of fun hearing from them as well. They are pretty cute, and as Chris said, they have been part of our journey since even before they were born, when we got married, but also ever since they've been alive. We have been in the health industry, in our businesses in some way, shape or form. So our children are very much part of everything we do on the Ending Body Burnout Show.
So welcome, Poppy and Elsie.
Hi.
Hello. So let's go one each, maybe oldest. You can start. What is your name? How old are you? And what's something you love about yourself?
I am Poppy. I'm 12 turning 13 this year, and I love how I love birds.
And little one, what's your name?
Elsie.
Are you sure?
No.
How old are you, Elsie?
9, turning 10.
Oh, you are very cute. So how do you guys feel about coming on the podcast today to celebrate the 100th episode?
Excited.
Excited and excited. I think we'll talk about emotions soon because especially nervousness and excitingness. Excited. It kind of feels like the same thing. Okay, are there any episodes that you've listened to or that you've heard Mummy and Daddy talking about?
No.
I don't think so.
What about the one where I fainted?
Oh, I've heard about that one, definitely.
Do you know the story?
Yeah, you were talking
Kind of?
and then you were hot and then you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just take a minute and then I fainted. Yeah, I think that blooper will be, shared at some point. Okay. When your friends at school ask what mum and dad do for work, what do you tell them?
I say functional medicine, but when I was little, I said healing or physical healing, mental healing thing.
Oh. What about you, Elsie? What do you say?
Doctor.
We're doctors. Okay, now, I put up a story just yesterday and I said that we were going to do this episode with you guys today. And I asked our followers if they had any questions that we should ask you. Can I ask some?
Okay.
Sure.
The very first question comes from Anonymous. Who is your favourite parent?
Dad.
I have to go dad as well.
What? Why?
We knew this was going to happen.
Fun.
He's fun.
He's more fun.
Yeah, but who looks after you?
Well,
Dad.
Mum does, but
Wait,
dad's
wait,
more
what
fun.
do you mean? I'm the protector. I'm like the grizzly bear.
That was only one time, Dad.
But who's the one that takes you out on all the excursions? Like, who's the one that takes you to Fiji and St.
Me and
Helens? Who's the one who organises it all and makes it happen?
Dad.
Both of you?
That would be Mum.
Both of us.
Okay, this is a question from Julie.
Who asked that question? Anonymous.
Chris actually asked that question because he knew the answer would be him. Okay, so from Julie, she asked, and I'm denied whether to put this one in. She said, are your parents as lovely as they seem on Zoom and podcasts and coaching calls?
Yes.
I think Dad is, but Mum's a bit tumble.
Yeah, Dad definitely
Aggressive,
is.
one would say.
Mum only is sometimes.
Well, you know what? Like, it's okay. There's different parts of us. In our ending body burnout method with our clients, we talk about sometimes there's shadow parts of us and unresourceful parts and darker parts of us, and not all the parts are welcome.
Who do you go to?
So my children just get to see all the parts.
That's it. Who do you go to for cuddles and hugs?
Dad.
Who gives the biggest cuddles?
Dad.
Who's like the most smushiest,
Dad.
squishiest cuddle?
Okay, this is no longer about like who is the best parent.
Who's
okay.
the stinkiest?
Dad.
Oh, wait.
Okay, this one's from Emily. So if your mum and dad stayed at home with you and you had a whole day with them with their full attention, what would you want your parents to do with you?
I want to play games and go to Splash and do more gardening and shopping. And
Wait, what was the question?
If you had a whole day with your parents at home or elsewhere, 100% undivided attention on you, what would you like us to do with you?
Bird watching.
Bird watching, I love it. Okay, one last question from a listener, Lena. She says, what advice would you give to a friend who thinks their sister is annoying and makes them angry?
I'd say walk away.
Oh, I like that. Just walk away. Elsie, you do know. If it were you and your sister was being annoying and making you angry, what would you do? Elsie just did a physical thing with her fist. But what would be a more resourceful thing that you could do?
A more responsible thing.
I go to my room or tell Mum and Dad.
I like it. Okay. All right.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Hey, girls, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Flying.
Flying, Poppy?
Teleporting.
Teleporting. Oh, that sounds good.
What does being healthy mean to you?
Longer lifespan.
What about you, Elsie? What does healthy being mean to you? When do you feel healthy?
I don't know.
Pass on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you into at the moment? So, Poppy, you said birds. Birds has come up quite a few times. So you're very obsessed with birds at the moment and bird watching, and you can pretty much tell us any bird that you see in Tasmania and what name it is, can't you?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, here's a little bit of a twist for a question. How do birds relate to holistic health?
I have no idea. That's a hard one.
How are birds similar to humans? What can you learn from birds that a human could take away from it and improve their health or their lives?
Might have to come back to that one.
Okay. Elsie, what are you into at the moment?
School.
Okay. How does school relate to holistic health?
I don't get it. What is that? What does holistic mean?
I'm going to answer her question. So holistic means it means all around, everywhere. So, it's not just about if you hurt or you get a sore tummy. We don't just say, here you go, take a medicine, or let's look at the spot where you are sore in your tummy. We'll look at everything. We'll look at the food that you've been eating, the stuff you've been doing, but we also might talk about your stress and how worried you are as well. Hey, do you remember? Sometimes we talk about how worried you are. So, yeah, that's right.
All right. Next question. What's in the time that you have been alive with Mummy and Daddy, what's something you've learnt about your body?
Eat healthy and you'll be happy.
Brush your teeth every day and every.
Okay, I like that. And do you both do those things all the time?
No.
No.
Elsie, how often do you brush your teeth?
Sometimes.
We're still getting there. So they're learning some things, but in terms of implication, in terms of implementation and embodiment, we're still getting there. What about in the time that you've been alive with Mum and Dad? What have you learnt about your mind?
That people imagine differently and think differently.
I love that, Elsie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you go a bit deeper on that? How do people imagine differently?
Do you mean like the way?
Yeah, like what are some ways that people imagine? Because this is a question a lot of clients ask me. So can you...
Pictures. Sometimes people can't see.
Yeah, so imagination, some people can visualize if they close their eyes, and other times they might not see anything and they might think the words, or they might feel the thing, or they might hear or smell or taste the way that they're imagining. That's a really good point, because a lot of the work that we do when it comes to healing the mind and the unconscious mind, we're using the modality of the imagination, which everyone has. And some people think they can't imagine very well if they can't see, but that's not right, is it, Elsie? What about you, Poppy? What's something you've learned about your mind?
If you heal your mind, you heal your body.
Oh, I love it. If you heal your mind, you heal your body.
What does that mean to you, Pop?
I mean, I guess if you have trauma or something happened to you that put like a dent in your life, then if you fix that, you fix like something that might be wrong with your body.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because your body feels safe. So when you heal the trauma, or I like the word use dent, like a dent in your life, then when you heal that, the body can relax and it can heal. So good. Okay. How do you help yourself when you're feeling stressed?
I take some deep breaths.
And does it work?
Love it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Do you remember when you were little and you were given from Charlene? Charlene's been she's been a guest presenter in our Ending Body Burnout method. She's amazing. And she gave you a bottle of water with glitter. Do you remember that?
I think.
Do you remember what you did?
Pretty sure I shook it up or something.
Yeah. So when you felt stressed or angry, you would shake it up and the glitter would go, rah, and it kind of like represented how you felt. And then as you watched the glitter settle down, you were breathing.
Yeah, I think I do remember that actually.
And I can't remember if it was you or Elsie, but we used to say blow out the candles too. That was you, Elsie?
Yeah.
Does that help if you get angry?
No.
Oh, why not? What do you do then? What do you do to help you if you're feeling stressed to calm down?
I get a squishmallow and I get a squishmallow.
What do you do with the squishmallow?
I squeeze it.
It's like a stress ball. Squish it. I like that. I've actually never seen you do that. That must be when you storm off to your bedroom. Yeah, you take yourself out for some time out, hey? Now I know why the squishmallows are so like lopsided sometimes. Okay. Okay, this is a question going back to the different parts of us.
Wait, can before we go to this next question,
Go for it.
can I just ask, how do you know you're stressed or worried, Poppy? What's your little signs?
My stomach gets tight and nervous and my heartbeat starts racing.
Yeah, that's cool. And how do you notice that? Like, do you just kind of stop what you're doing, or all of us, like, what's your way of noticing?
Don't know if I have a way of noticing. I think I just notice it.
Yeah. Elsie, what about you, bub? How do you notice that you're stressed?
I don't know. I never really think about it unless I am stressed. So I don't know.
Yeah. Are you the one who notices, or does someone else notice, or does Mummy or Daddy or Poppy or Mindy say
Me
you do? Yeah.
and Mindy.
And Mindy, our dog, she tells you you're stressed.
Yeah.
What about on the topic of emotions? When you're feeling nervous, does that feel different in your body?
Yeah.
How does it
Yeah.
feel when you're feeling nervous? Maybe even how you might have felt before we pressed record for this episode.
Same with stressed, I guess.
Yeah.
In belly?
Yep.
What about happy?
Pretty much the same, except it's positive, not negative.
How do you know the difference between a positive and a negative feeling
I'm
in your belly?
excited.
She's speaking in quiet thinking noises right now.
She's dropping into her body to really feel into it.
She's thinking. She's remembering. How do you know you're really happy and really excited?
Or calm or peace.
I guess if there's like, I don't know, as opposed to stress, like maybe like stressed as in you're about to run a race, and with happy, you're about to win that race, I guess.
Ooh.
Like different situations.
Races. So
Right.
races sound stressful to you, bub.
Yes, I don't like running much.
We've talked about this before, hey? This is a bit of there's a backstory there.
Are we going into the backstory? No, okay. But that's a good point, Poppy. So the feelings might feel similar, but the way that you're perceiving the event will determine whether it feels positive or negative, yeah?
Yep.
That's cool. I like that. Okay. Going back to mum and dad and how we talked about there's different parts of us that can show up. How would you compare me now as opposed to when you were little?
Happier, healthier, and way less cranky. And you also don't spank us anymore.
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was a bit of a dragon mum.
Very.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dragon mum will pop her head up every now and then still when she needs to.
I'd rather the old you.
Oh, that's because you think that the old me played hide and seek all the time, which she did.
Funner.
And I still do now.
No, you don't.
Okay. Let's talk about food. What's your favourite healthy dinner?
Shepherd's pie.
Which one? Which one, Poppy?
The one that doesn't have sultanas in it.
Oh, okay. Because I've got a few shepherds and cottage pies on the blog. I really like the one with the sultanas. They're yum. It's like
Really?
cottage pie with a twist, but you like the standard one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't even remember that one.
We only had it maybe a week or two ago.
Oh, was that when I had my stomach thing going on?
No, that was not St. Helens. What about you, Elsie? Healthy dinner?
Jacket potatoes.
Ooh, and what do you like inside the jacket potatoes?
Sour cream, cheese, lettuce, carrots, cheese.
Yum, yum.
Oh, and maybe celery.
Awesome.
Maybe a bit of cucumber.
I like it. And what's your favourite healthy treat? Favourite treat, sweet, that mum makes? Or maybe that I buy that's healthy?
Okay.
Do you have one, Poppy?
Wait, what was the question again?
What's your favourite healthy treat?
Bliss balls, I think.
What flavour?
Wait, there's multiple flavours?
Well, yeah, you can chuck anything into bliss balls.
Yeah.
You made some the other day.
The original one?
Kind of like date, chocolate, nuts,
Yeah, that.
seeds, coconut. Yeah.
I don't have a favourite, but I like your pancakes as long as they're not burnt.
And as long as they don't have a lot of baking soda in them.
Yeah, who would ever do that?
Who's the best
I
cook?
wonder.
Mum,
I think Mum.
Thank you.
Dad, the baking soda incident scarred us for life.
Baking soda.
Can you tell the story? What
Yes.
happened?
Tell the
So
story.
I was not home. I think I was working. This was when you were little and we lived in a different place. You want to tell the story, Poppy?
I want to.
I'll go, Elsie.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay, so Dad was making pancakes and so he put way too much baking soda in and then I took a huge bite and me and Poppy were really excited and it was disgusting because he put like a cup of baking soda in.
Now,
And it just tasted not sweet.
The recipe, I tried to like quadruple the recipe and
Didn't
what
work.
else happened? And then I it was meant to be teaspoons, but I did tablespoons. And in the end, I put about a whole container of
And you couldn't work that out because then you went and got a massage and on the massage table it clicked and it's like, oh, I put tablespoons, not teaspoons. Do you remember that?
No, I have to.
You were getting a
suppress that
massage
one.
with Cassie Tyson.
All right.
Okay, so on the topic of pancakes, on the blog, you can search for pancakes in our antibody burnout method. There's a heaps of pancake recipes in the recipe vault. Search them. They're pretty darn good as long as you don't burn them or get the baking powder mixed up.
Soda.
Baking soda. Okay. Sugar. What microbe does sugar feed?
Candida.
Yeah, Candida. We've experienced that, haven't we? Not that we have to go into any details, but sometimes when we eat a bit too much sugar, it shows up in the body. And then we know we need to rein it back. Okay. What happens if you stay on technology too long?
You go cranky.
Mum goes cranky or who goes
I
cranky?
don't think I've...
Everyone goes cranky.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, I guess I might
And
be on.
Mindy gets depressed.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. Why do you think being on technology makes you cranky?
Because you want to stay on. And it's like, no, let me stay on.
Oh.
Who wants to? You do.
Poppy.
Yeah, it's probably more Poppy. Gets a little bit addicted, and then it's like, all right, time to turn it off. What? No, just another 5 minutes. No. Ah! You're a lot better than what you used to be in terms of regulating yourself coming off technology. But yes, it makes us cranky. We get a bit addicted to it. And then personally for me, I mean, I don't stay on it long playing games or watching movies. But if I'm on computer for too long doing work, I think I get thirsty and I might go too long without listening to the cues in my body. And then that makes me cranky. And then it's like, I got to get off. Okay. What's one thing you do every day to take care of your body?
I eat homegrown carrot.
You've been loving the garden that you and Dad have been growing.
And peas and...
Oh, yeah.
and
I also like the peas until they run out. Yeah.
Now they're all mouldy.
Yeah, we went away and
I thought we ate
the rest of the peas went mouldy. But Elsie's been munching on carrots and beans and radishes. And we've had heaps
The
of
radishes are
lettuce.
spicy.
Not potatoes, beetroot. We've got a sunflower that's just sprouted. Not that we're going to eat that.
There's 2 sunflowers.
2 sunflowers. What about you, Poppy? What's one thing you do every day to take care of your body?
Exercise, or at least I try to.
Oh. I do encourage you to.
What does that look like to you?
What does that
Pop?
look like to you?
Going on a walk. Yes.
We do like our cliff walk because then we can go bird watching, hey?
Yeah.
And you, I don't know if I've seen you do it recently, but you used to do what's the animal thing where you run around like an animal?
Quadrobics.
Oh, yeah, that was when you were like little girl. Not now. Okay.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Okay. What's 2 more questions and then we'll wrap up. What's something you're struggling with or maybe that you're finding hard but that you'd like to get better at, that you'd like a little bit of coaching around right now?
Being less awkward around people.
What does that mean to you? What do you mean by awkward, honey?
I mean, sometimes I don't know if I should say something, or that I say the wrong thing and then it's awkward. So
a part of you wants to say something, but a part of you is like worried that you'll say something that's awkward or
and then
wrong.
and then it'll become awkward either way because I won't say anything at all, or I'll say the wrong thing.
What do you, the part that wants to have a talk to them, what's that part want, you know? You want to
socialize.
You want to socialize, yeah. And why do you want to socialize?
To make friends.
Yay. Okay, so a part of you wants to make friends, and this other part of you that's kind of like worried that you'll say the wrong thing. What will happen if you say the wrong thing or you say something awkward or whatever? So what would happen if you said the wrong thing? What's the worst thing that could happen?
They won't like me anymore.
Yay. Okay, so the opposite of that. So so the opposite of didn't like you is like you, right?
Yeah.
So both of those parts wants you to make friends and that sort of thing. Hey. Yeah, so what's something, if you could bring that, what's something simple that you could do just to make sure that you can have a good conversation and meet people?
I have no idea.
You can just say something simple to them without going too crazy or complicated. Hey.
Yeah.
Like what?
How are you? How has your day been?
That's pretty simple. I like it. I love it. You want me to ask you more questions? She's nodding her head. She's shaking her head.
I think Elsie wants to chat about.
Good job, Pop.
Did you just say sleep?
A better sleep.
Oh, I like that. So you want
does that
help
look-
getting better sleep.
What does that look like to you, honey? What does getting a better sleep look like? What does getting a better sleep mean?
Can I ask it a different way? Why is it a problem at the moment? Like, if you want better sleep, what's happening?
Because I get tired.
Yeah.
And so if you got a better sleep, what would that look like to you? What would that mean?
Are you struggling to fall asleep or?
Fall asleep.
Okay. Is that why you're not getting a great sleep at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay. What's happening when you can't fall asleep?
Oh, and also because everyone keeps waking me up.
Okay, so it's an environmental issue.
Or I just wake up too early.
Okay. Do you ways? So there might be some noises happening. What else? Is there anything happening in your mind or body that's stopping you from relaxing and falling asleep?
Oh, sometimes I'm too excited for something.
Oh, it's the emotions again.
Or too scared.
Okay. What sometimes, like, what of? Scared or excited? Or when you're feeling those feelings, it's kind of what we were talking about before. Like, what do you do to help you when you're feeling stressed? So you could apply this to sleep as well. So if you're feeling scared or excited about something and your brain is buzzing and your body is buzzing, what's something you could do to kind of just like get all that out of your head and just be able to fall asleep? Could you do something with your breath?
No, that never works.
Or could you come and get a cuddle? Oh, okay. So sometimes you might not be able to fall asleep because you haven't. Do you want to explain what burritoed means?
Oh, it's just like you tuck the blanket into the side.
So apparently I don't do it very good, but Dad tucks all the blankets into the side so it's a little cocoon and that helps you fall asleep.
I can make a wicked burrito.
Yeah, but Mum always just scrunches it under, so then I get balls of blanket underneath me. It's like, that's so uncomfortable.
Darling, because I love you, if that prevents you from falling asleep, I'll try better to burrito you so you can fall asleep. How does that sound?
Okay.
Do you reckon, so when you're burritoed, you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's great. Now you know how to get a better sleep.
Hang on. What does burritoing do for you? What do you get out of burrito? Why is burrito so nice?
I don't know. It's just comfy.
It's comfy. And how does it make you feel?
Safe.
Oh, I like that. So maybe one day burritos, maybe you'll grow out of burrito, but I'll tell you what, you'll feel good with safe. Like that's really what you're after. You're after feeling safe.
I love that. And
Yeah.
I actually reckon too that maybe it's not the clumpy. If Mum does it rushed and it's clumpy is uncomfortable, but maybe what you really want is Mummy to spend more time making sure that you're safe.
Mummy's basically saying if she takes a little bit more time with you, then not only will it not be clumpy, but you'll feel nice and snug as a bug. Yeah, even though her arms are little stumpy little nuggets and she can't wrap you around as much as me.
I'll just have to grow bigger.
She's like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex that like tries to wrap you up in a burrito, but it doesn't work because she's not like me.
Awesome. Okay, I've got one final question. This is for our listeners. So if our listeners are feeling overwhelmed or stressed or burnt out or tired, what's some advice you can give them that could help them make some changes in their life to feel better? What's some advice that you could give someone if they're feeling really stressed and burnt out and overwhelmed and tired? What's something that's helped you that might help them?
Listen to the Ending Body Burnout podcast.
Oh, I like that one. That totally wasn't rigged.
Give you $20 later, honey.
We love you.
You're amazing.
Happy 100th podcast episode.
Well, I reckon we'll keep you for a little bit
And
longer.
anniversary.
And our wedding anniversary. And if anyone's still listening to our ramblings, thank you for being here. We love you. We're grateful that you listen to our podcast every week, or if you're new, thank you for finding us.
All right, girls. Thank you for coming on. Everybody, have the best day ever, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
See you later.
Alligator.
Thank you so much for listening. We so appreciate you. If you'd like to give us extra smiles, drop us a review and spread the love by sharing this episode.
You can also rate your own state of burnout and the root cause contributors by taking our Ending Body Burnout Assessment on our website. And if you're interested in learning about our group or one-on-one Ending Body Burnout programs, shoot us a DM via Instagram or Facebook.
Have the best day ever.